Hello and good morning in Europe, good evening in the United States. This is Ahura with another daily outlook videos. As you know, in this series of videos, we are looking at the market to see what is going on in the market, what happened yesterday, and what we have to expect from today's financial market. Today, Tuesday, February 15. Let's go and see what's happening. As we know, everything is about the geopolitical tensions and inflation. There is nothing else to talk about. I mean, everything that all the data that we have is ending. So, what about the inflation? Or when we are talking, we say that okay, what about the war? What is going on in Russian between the Russia and Ukraine or Russia and Western countries? Let's say better. As we know, the latest update, which is very, very, very important. Let's say about first about the Russian and Ukrainian situation, and then go through the inflation. Today, the Duma, it's like a Senate in the U.S. The Duma will have the meeting, and most probably this is one of the possibilities that we heard in the last hours that they may accept two states in Ukraine, like the Donetsk and Donetsk, one other as independent states, as independent territory. So they, in this case, they can send their army inside Ukraine without making a war with other parts of the Ukraine, because in those parts, it is already as independent inside the Ukraine, and it is depend on the Ukrainian government, but they have their own independent government inside there. So therefore, they may be something like uh, something like kind of a crema that they added before to the Ukraine to their own to the Russian territory. They may not add it as official say that okay, this is Ukraine, this is Russia right now, but they may say that they may create them as an independent country. Maybe we will have a new countries there. That this is we have to wait it and see the tomorrow today and what is going on and what they will decide it. And if they go through that, if they decided it's gonna increase the tensions a little bit, but it will, but then totally we will have another level of the tensions. Then we will have a different thing to talk about, because it will change the geopolitical kind of stops there. We have to then okay, before we were talking about if Russia attacked to the Ukraine in this way and what happened in this here, all everything was about here, and now things are changing. The things are changing. Russia kind of changing the game. And while they have too many militaries around the Ukraine, they are accepting two of the two states as a independent territories, independent areas. So it means that they accept them as it's not Ukraine, so they can send their military there without without kind of announcing a war against Ukraine. So you're like, okay, we are not against Ukraine. We don't have anything to do with Ukraine, but these territories they are asking our help as they are independent states in Ukraine, and they are asking our help because the Ukrainian government is putting them under pressure. Therefore, the Russian they're gonna create the wall that they wanted to have between the Russia and NATO. So the wall here it will be those states there in Ukraine. This is it will change a little bit. It will change a little bit to stuff there. So let's see what's happening there. But anyway, tensions are high, as you can see here. These high tensions means that still volatility index is increasing. Still, we are in a high volatility index. See that it is extremely high. Therefore, we're going to see and we're going to wait and see what is going on. From the technical point of view, also the VIX is increasing. This increasing the VIX generally lifting the US dollar as well. The US dollar gained about 96. Yesterday we were about almost a 96.50, but still, anyway, above 96 is it means great number for the US dollar. As we were waiting before between 96 and 97, is where we can see the US dollar in this situation. But then on the other hand, yeah, and this situation means that the gold is increasing, and gold is 1,800, almost 80, new records for 2021, the highest level since November, last November, and it is still increasing. So it's about the gold, and it's about our expectation for the gold as we're waiting to see the gold is increasing. Same thing we can see for oil. On the other hand, uh, About inflation, we have right now in inflation and the stock markets. Let's go to the SP 500 chart here. About inflation and the stock markets, we have two ways to go. Inflation is increasing in some part of some Fed members, some FOMC members say, you know what, the inflation is increasing. We should have the faster rate hikes and at least 50 basic point in March, and they are trying to push on that. At the same time, we have the risk of the war in the market, and this risk of the war can decrease the level of improvement in the economic improvement actually, which it means that the economy will need more help, will need more support to get out of this situation, this risky situation, which it means that again, to stop rate hiking right after ending the QE plan. So the war is here right now. This is, again, besides the war, in real war, in the real world, we have another war kind of tensions between the Fed members about how we have to look at the market. Anyway, the market is improved. You know, that some parts say that, you know what, the economy is improving, we have a good data, and at the same time, we have a good labor market. Yeah, we have a good data, we have a good labor market, but we have to wait a little bit and see what if we do not support the market with the bond purchasings, with the Q plan? What's going to happen? First, we need to test the market without our support, without the central bank support, and then we're going to say, okay, now you don't have our support, and now let's see what happened, and now let's increase the level of the tightenings. Therefore, the step by step. That's my opinion, and that's what's gonna happen here with the like maximum to 0.25% or 25 basic point in rate hike in March. This is the maximum, and probably even we don't have that. We will not see the rate hike in March, and it will boost the market. So let's see and let's wait and see what happens. That's why the market is that's why, as I told before, our expectation for the market is the side movement with the uptrend tendency, with the side movement here to be a little bit more under pressure, and then raising sharply from here. This for the stock market is going to happen. The same situation right now we are here. There is nothing changed for SP 500. We are as long as we are above 4,300, we are in clear upturn. For the for the Nasdaq for 10K is still there. So still we have optimistic. We are optimist about the Dow Jones. Dow Jones about 34,000, and 34K is a strong support here. Let's create this 34K. Okay, a little bit lower. Let's go here. Oh, we had it already. Sorry. Uh, yeah, we have at the 34,200. So let's say even the 34,000. Okay, 34,200 or 34,000 doesn't matter. Something like above this level, it's going to support the bulls still in the market. European markets also after a little bit falling in the last in the day before yesterday, on a Friday, yesterday on Monday, we are a little bit kind of uh, flat in most of the European markets, and we can see that continuing. About a Bitcoin, Bitcoin still couldn't in a side movement as we talked yesterday between 40K and 44,600 is a side movement. We don't have any direction as long as it is trading between these levels. But the interesting stuff, what we can see the interesting is that the Bitcoin is decreasing its side movements. If you remember, we had a side movement here. We were waiting to see what's going to happen. We had a side movement here. We were waiting to see what's going to happen. And now we have a side movement here, and we want to see these side movements and this areas, these ranges that it is creating before next level. It is always is falling down. To create this new side movement is falling down. So we have to wait and see. But this time, since the market is moving in order, we can probably see a little bit more pressure on the stock market. We may have more buyers for the cryptocurrencies market. That's why we can see a little bit pressure. We can see a little bit lifting the prices here. At the same time, we shouldn't forget that still we are waiting for Fed announcement and see that what's sorry, not Fed, for U.S. government announcement, and see that what's White House is trying to decide about the cryptocurrencies and the stable coins. We about from the fundamental point of view, RBI deputy governor banning the crypto. Oh, most divided choice. So yeah, the Reserve Bank of India also talking about the banning the crypto. Uh, yeah, or Reserve Bank of India also talking about the banning the cryptos, Canadian Trudeau in Canada. What says that emergencies have? Uh, okay. Canadian Trudeau intact Emergencies Act and cryptos is included. Okay, so I would say that let's see that what's gonna do the Canadian Central Bank. But generally when we are talking when we are looking at the market, when we're looking at the news, we really cannot find a reason to say, you know what, that's the reason that we can say, okay, based on this news, based on this data, we can see that the market is improving. What Canadian what the Canadian Prime Minister says that it is this cryptos is increasing the level of the money laundering and terrorist attacks in Canada. So we have to do something against them. So this is not this data, these informations, they are not something that we can say they will be they are in the kind of they will be in favor of the cryptocurrencies market. So that's what from the fundamental point of view, we don't have anything positive. Anyway, this is the situation from what we have to wait and see above or under 40K or 44,600. Same situation we have for Ethereum. Ethereum could get back above 3K. But from the from the technical point of view, we can say that above 4,300 still 4,300 still is the side movement, but is a down movement, is a downtrend under 4,400. Uh, about what we can see here between the 3,000 and 3,400, we can see like that between 3,000 and 3,400 we have a side movement. Any further movements should be above 3,400 or under 3,000. Under 3,000 we're going to see the next target at 2,400 for the Ethereum. For the Ripple, we couldn't pass 82 cents. Still 82 cents is the first resistance. We were above and we came back 82 cent. If we can push 82 cent above, we can put the 92 cent as the next target on the other side. If we come back again under the price will be back again under 82 cent and stay here, we can see 57 cent and then uh, 75 cent and then 57 cents. Sorry, 75 and then 57. About the Euro USD, Euro USD 1.1320, 1.1420 is the most accepted range for the Euro USD, and we can see that continuing for GBP USD as long as we are under 1.37. Uptrend is not confirmed, but since we can see the US dollar is improving. Still waiting to see the GBP USD uptrend is a little bit out of the largest. Yeah, it's not the largest. It's not reliable to say that GPU can increase a little bit more. About the USD JPY, yeah, USD JPY is falling because it is under pressure. The pairing is under pressure because Japanese yen can find a demand in a risky market. Therefore, even if the US dollar is getting stronger, USD JPY also is getting stronger. Therefore, we can see USD JPY uh, in much lower levels. Okay, this is the general the situation. This is what we can see in the market. Hope it was useful for you guys, and yeah, see you guys again tomorrow. If you have any comment, please let me know and write under these videos. I will read them and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Bye.